first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Yo, we here. What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's poppin' with you? What's going on, man? Today's show is gonna be fire. Let's see who we got up in here in the building. Shout out to my lady April MC in the motherfucking building. Shout out to who else we got up in here? Hold on, let me get all my stuff in the row real quick. Let me put all the the banners up and all that other good shit so that you guys know how to call in and all that other good stuff. But yeah, shout out to April in the building. Shout out to Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Phoenix Smiles in the building. AJ Lino. Who else we got up in here? Corey was good. Jamakino was popping. 726 Ghosts was going on. Coffee Brown. Chris in the chat was popping. Kid Frankie was good. K-Son was popping with Chitaku was good. Students was popping. Drew, what up? What up? Marquettes. Zati in the building. Corey in the building. Fat John in the building. Sean. K-Son, man. Shout out to everybody else in the chat. Rashad. Renzo was good, man. So today's topic, man, we're going to be talking about caring about getting women is why you're not attracting women. Okay, this is I'm gonna go real heavy on this show today, real heavy. Okay, because this is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that's going to really help you out in your game, because I get a lot of private consultations. I get dudes hitting me up all the time in the email. They're having trouble. They're struggling with women, and what I'm going to break down today is going to show you why you're really struggling with women. Okay, and how you can really get over this and make this a easier thing for you out here in these streets, right? So what you have to understand is this, right? Is that if you're out here doing your thing, you're out here hollering at girls, you're out here making shit happen, right? What happens is most guys get discouraged because women are rejecting them. Women are flaking on dates. Had a guy that hit me up and he was like, yo, man, I've been hollering at these girls and, I got a bunch of numbers, but these women, when I text them, they don't call me back or they flake or whatever it is, right? And so what happens is that the reason why most guys are having issues is because most guys are outcome dependent. You understand? Most guys are outcome dependent, meaning that they care too much about the outcome. So they care too much if a woman returns the call. They care too much if a woman flakes. They care too much if they're in a situation and they don't get to have sex, right? Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, but Lucario, I'm trying to get some ass out here. I'm a virgin, or I haven't had sex since 2016 or some shit, or shit is not popping off. So Lucario, I care because I'm trying to get some pussy, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about, right? I understand that, and I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna switch this around and make this happen for you, right? But this is the funny part. The funny part is because you're outcome dependent, right? What happens is that you're looking for a particular outcome. And because you're looking for that particular outcome, that's what makes you care so much about the situation, right? And what happens is that when you care so much about the situation, you put so much pressure on the situation and you become a needy guy in the situation, right? So then what happens is that because you're needy, right, you come off as unattractive, right? So your neediness, your clinginess, you worrying about the situation, you being nervous around a woman, you fucking simping because a chick is hot, all these other things. These are the things that make you unattractive, right? So it's basically like this. It's basically like this, real simple, right? So you're not getting women. Then because you're not getting women, you are thirsty. Now, because you're thirsty, you are unattractive to women. And because you're unattractive to women, you're not going to get women. And then because you're not getting women, you're going to act thirsty. And because you're thirsty, you're unattractive to women. And because you're unattractive to women, you're not going to get women. And the cycle's going to go over and over and over and over and continue. You understand? So you're not getting women, you're thirsty, and you're unattractive to women because you're thirsty. Therefore, you're not going to get any women. And then the cycle continues, right? So how do you stop this from happening? How do you actually be able to start attracting women and make things happen, right? Now, see, the problem with most guys is that, they either don't want to put in work, or they are putting in work, but what happens is because they're thirsty and needy, the work they're putting in isn't really working for them.
So you have guys who simply don't put in work, so nothing's going to happen for them. So they're going to continue to not get chicks, and it is what it is. They're not putting in any work, right? Now, what happens is you have guys who put in work, but they're thirsty. So, for example, you might have a guy who he's approaching a bunch of women, but his mindset is of a guy who's basically, he's simping, or he's tricking, or he's needy. So he's approaching girls, he's hollering at girls, he's even getting numbers. He might try to set things up, but he still has the mentality of a thirsty motherfucker. He still has the mentality of putting women on a pedestal. He still has the mentality that he has to bend over backwards for women. So what happens is that when he deals with women, even though he's talking to them, setting dates up, trying to make shit happen, he's still thirsty, which makes him unattractive. You understand? So you said, what do you mean by a guy has to put in work? That's a great question. So what I mean by a guy has to put in work is he has to step up his mindset, meaning that he has to be more confident. He has to, understand his value, and he has to stop putting women on a pedestal. But what he also has to do is he has to actually go out there and interact with women on a consistent basis. This is why I tell motherfuckers, I should be talking to at least 25 women a day. But every time I say this, motherfuckers is like, no, Lucario, that's too much. That's too much shit. I ain't got time for that. That's a job. Why I got to do that? No, you have to put in work, right? But this is the thing. What happens is, well, most of these guys out here, they're either not putting in work, or they're putting in work, but they're putting in work with a messed up mentality. They're putting in work with the mentality of putting women on a pedestal, of being thirsty, right? So now what happens is this, like I was saying earlier, a lot of guys are outcome dependent, right? So when you are outcome dependent, you need a specific outcome to happen, right? For you to feel good about yourself. So for example, let's say you are, you're trying to get with a chick or whatever to hook up or have sex with her. Now you're hoping and praying and wishing that you'll have sex with this woman. So now what happens is that let's say you're supposed to see her to go get drinks, and then you're going to try to have sex with her after you go get drinks. So now because you're dependent on the outcome being you have sex by the end of the night, you're nervous when you go to the date. You're nervous when you are interacting with the chick on the date because you're like, shit, how am I going to get her back to my house? What if I tell her that I want to have sex? What if she says no? What if she doesn't want to do it? Oh man, I'm so nervous. I don't know what to say. I'm running out of things to say. I don't know what to do. So now what happens is that within that moment, you're becoming unattractive because you're anxious, you're needy, right? You're expecting a certain particular outcome to happen with this particular girl. And a lot of times that's what fucks up the outcome in a lot of cases, because by you being so anxious and needy in that situation, the woman is experiencing an anxious, needy motherfucker, which means you are unattractive, which means you're not going to get her, which means you're going to go back to not getting the girls, which means you're going to go back to being thirsty, the same cycle, right? So now, why do guys do this? And why are guys very outcome dependent? Why are guys so frustrated and so caught up on, having to make these things go down, right? Now, one of the reasons why guys are so outcome dependent is because of validation. They say, I need this to work with this woman, because if this works with this woman, then I could finally feel like a man, or I could finally be confident if this girl has sex with me, because that will show me that I'm a guy who can attract women. So I feel good about myself, right? So they want it for validation. Another reason guys want it is because they just want it. They want to have sex. They're like, listen, man, I'm horny. I want to get my dick wet. I want to fuck, all these other things, right? Now, see, I title this, caring about women is why you're not attracting women. So see, the guy who's outcome dependent, he cares too much about getting the woman either for validation or to have sex. Now, let's knock out the validation part. If you validate yourself, meaning that you love yourself and you see yourself as worthy, then you do not need to get women for validation, right? So what happens is that A lot of these guys want to get women partly for validation, but if you don't need them for validation, then you're not going to be thirsty and clingy towards women and outcome dependent so that you can get the validation. Right now, let's talk about guys actually wanting to fuck. So you have a guy who he's like, Lucario, you know what? I just really need to get my dick wet. It's been too long. Or I'm a virgin and all this other shit. And I hear all that shit you saying, but nigga, could you tell me how to get to the pussy and so forth and so on? Right now, what happens is this, and this is what I want you to pay attention to. Right. And this goes with guys caring and guys who don't care. See, guys who don't give a shit get all the women. I'm gonna say that again. Guys who don't give a shit get all the women. I'm gonna say it one more time. Guys who don't give a shit get all of the women. Okay? They get all the women. Now, guys who give a shit don't. Now, why is this? Why is this? See, what happens is guys who care about getting women usually have a scarcity mentality. Okay? Guys who care about getting women have a scarcity mentality, which means they're going out on a date with this girl and they say, I need to get this girl to want me because I want to have sex with this girl. You understand? So they need for it to happen with that girl. Or they need for it to happen with the next girl that they talk to tomorrow or whatever, or the next girl they go on a date with, or the next girl they match with on a dating app. Every time they get with a girl or talk to a girl, they're like, I need it to happen with this girl. This is why so many guys are scared of rejection. Why? Because they're scared that that girl's going to reject them. They put so much power and energy into that girl. Now, the guys who don't give a shit, right, about getting it from this chick. The reason why the guys who don't give a shit get the women is because the guys who don't give a shit know that they are going to get women. Okay? Let me break it down. Let me break it down. The guys who don't give a shit about I got, man, this girl over here. Guys who don't give a fuck about that shit, like they don't care about this chick right here. They don't give a shit because they know they're going to get women. So he doesn't care that Sarah doesn't want him. He doesn't care that Jennifer flaked because he's going to get women. You understand? Meaning he has abundance. He knows he's going to get a woman. So he's not worried about any one particular woman because he's going to get a woman. You understand? Whereas the guys who give a shit, they have scarcity mentality, which is why they're focused on that one woman at that one time and making it a big deal. Because think about it this way. Why would you give a shit about this girl flaking if you have a bazillion other girls you could get with? Why would you give a shit about this girl not having sex with you if there's a bunch of other girls you could have sex with? Why do you give a shit about this girl who doesn't want to fuck with you when you have all these other girls who would want to fuck with you? But the reason why you give a shit is because you're outcome dependent. And what happens is you have a scarcity mentality and you're thirsty, which means that you're in a situation where women are going to keep seeing you as unattractive because you bring that thirsty energy to the woman. The guy who doesn't give a shit does not bring thirsty energy to the woman because he don't care. Because he's like, listen, if you ain't going to do it, I'm going to get it somewhere else. You understand this? He don't care. See, he understands something that the guy who cares about it doesn't know. The guy who cares about it does not know that there is abundance. But what happens is the guy who cares about it doesn't believe that he has abundance, whereas the guy who doesn't give a shit, he understands he has abundance. And so the guy who cares, he's so outcome dependent, right? Because he needs for this to work. So in his mind, I have to have sex with Sarah. Because if I don't have sex with Sarah, when's the next time I'm going to get a girl? You know, I talked to like 30 girls and none of them want to get with me and only Sarah wanted to get with me. So now I have to make it happen with Sarah. Oh my God, I hope she has sex with me tonight. Oh my God. So now he cares so much about fucking Sarah. And then because he's so thirsty to fuck Sarah, Sarah's going to be like, ew, she's going to be like this.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
That's what Sarah's going to say to him. Because he's being thirsty. See, what you have to understand is that the thirstiness is unattractive because it shows the woman that you're the type of guy who gives a shit. And you give a shit because you're not getting any. Like, you ever hear of the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? That's what happens. See, the rich get richer, right? Because they're not really thirsty for money. They like the money, but they're not thirsty for the money. But the poor, all they can think about is money. They're thirsty for that shit. You understand what I'm saying? See, people want to throw more money at the nigga who got the money. You understand? Grant Cardone, you know, he could go out there and people throw money at him. You know, teach me, give me the value that you got. I'll throw money at you because I see you have the money. You don't need my money, so I feel comfortable giving you my money. But the poor guy down the street holding his cup, asking for change, he needs the money more than Grant Cardone. But you'll give the money to Grant Cardone before you give it to the poor nigga, right? You won't even give the poor nigga $1, but you give Grant Cardone $1,500 for a course or some shit, right? You see what I'm saying? So when you're thirsty, you're going to repel women. But see, the thirstiness comes from that scarcity and the outcome dependence. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens. This is what happens, guys. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Think about it this way, right? See, what happens is this, right? A lot of times guys, they put so much pressure on themselves to make something happen with a particular woman or just women in general. They'll put pressure on themselves all the time whenever they're dealing with a woman, right? So now what happens is that when they're in a situation and, you know, they're putting so much pressure on the situation, right? They're showing themselves and they're showing the woman that, you know, they don't have any experience. They're thirsty, all these different things, right? And that type of stuff is definitely going to repel the chick, and that's not going to make her want to fuck with you. Now, the reason why he's acting thirsty like that and thinking about it and worrying about it, and it's on the top of his mind, is because of the scarcity, right? All right, think about this, right? Ask yourself, be honest. I'm going to ask a question, and I want you to be honest about your answer, okay? Now, since you woke up this morning, how many times have you worried about getting a drink of water? Think about it. Since you woke up this morning, how many times did you worry or think about, I need to get a glass of water. I'm not sure where I'm going to get it. Oh my God. Like, were you worrying about acquiring a glass of water? I'm sure none of y'all who woke up this morning was worrying, not even one time, about getting a glass of water. Right? Probably zero, exactly. In the chat, it's on my zero. Like, you haven't even thought about that shit. Now, why is that? The reason why you haven't thought about it is because you probably have water in abundance. You could go to your fucking sink and get some water. You can go to the supermarket and buy some water. You can go to this restaurant down the block from your house, buy some water, right? You know there's water in abundance. So you're not thinking about it. You're not worrying about it. You're not worrying about if you can get it or whatever. Now, let's say you have a kid in some country where he has to walk a fucking mile to get water, or there's not that much water, right? He's going to be literally thirsty. You understand? He's probably going to be thinking about water all day. Damn, where am I going to get water tomorrow? Oh, I got to go walk that mile to get the water. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't think about it because it's normal for you. It's there if you want it. You don't have to second guess it or think about it. Even if you were not at home where you can get water out your faucet, you could say, oh, I'm outside. I can go to the store and buy a bottle of water. I can go to the restaurant and get some water. Right? So even if you went to the store and they said, hey, we're all out of water, you're not going to give a shit. You're just going to go somewhere else and get the water because why? You know you're going to get water. But if you had that situation where you had to walk a mile to get water if there was no water in your village, right? You're going to be like, shit, I don't know when the next time I'm going to ever get some fucking water, or if I'm ever going to get some water. I don't know. This shit's going to be crazy, right? And that's the issue. Most of these guys who are thirsty, they're like the kid in the village who can't get the water. You understand? Hold on, somebody's calling my Skype, but I'm not seeing the number call up. Why am I not seeing the number pop up on my shit? That's weird. That is weird. Not 954 callback. I gotta redo my Skype. Hold on, let me redo my Skype because my Skype is acting funny. I see you calling on the phone. I'm trying to get it on the computer. But yeah, that's the thing. So just like you know you're going to get water, guys who know they're going to get women don't give a shit about getting or caring about getting this woman. You understand what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't give a shit. All right, 954, try to call back. They don't give a shit. Because you know, like, so like, listen, when I'm in a situation, right, where a chick is being uncooperative, I charge it to the game and I don't give a shit. You understand? And the reason why I don't give a shit is because I know I can replace her. You understand what I'm saying? I know I can replace her. But let me get to 954. 954 was popping with this.
Hey, what's up, Lucario? This Joseph.
What's up? Did you donate though?
Yeah, I donated to your PayPal.
PayPal. Hold on, let me double check. Let me double check this PayPal shit real quick. Hold on. All right, I got you. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
Hey, Lucario, I got a question for you, man. Like, let's say you want to go out, right? But your boys don't want to go out with you. How you go out by yourself, right? Without feeling like weird or anything like that.
What? Nigga.
You know what I'm trying to say?
What do you mean weird? How you feel weird going out by yourself?
I guess because like everybody else got their friends and shit, but like let's say like you want to go out, but like you know, like your friends or whatever, they want to do something else. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you just want to go out yourself. You know what I'm trying to say?
So you've never so you never went out by yourself to a bar or club and all that? Never? Not one time?
Nah, I usually got my boys with me and shit, you know?
Nigga, you need to start going out by yourself ASAP, like right now. You understand what I'm saying? Go out tonight by yourself. Do you understand? That's crazy. You understand? See what happens is listen, as a man, you're gonna have to get comfortable doing shit by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Right. So just go out there, go to a bar or something, go chill, go get yourself a drink, sit by the bar, talk to some people, talk to the person that's to the left of you, to the right of you, all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So, and the thing is this, what's funny is that sometimes what happens is that you go out to the bar by yourself. There's women that go out to bars and all that shit by themselves, and they go out by themselves because they're looking for guys. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So go do your shit by yourself, bro. What you scared of?
Okay, I got you. Just go out, but like you shouldn't be like focused on like how can I put this? Like you shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm by myself, and just kind of seclude yourself. You should be able to like interact with like the strangers and people around you.
Just be social. Just socialize, talk to people, have conversations. You know what I'm saying? Do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just if you're at a spot and you see a group of people, join the group. Start talking to them. Start meeting people. Start shaking hands. Doing all that other shit. Hollering at different people. having conversations, do all that shit. Cause that's the type of shit that makes your mouthpiece tighter, and that makes you way more outgoing. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel you.
All right.
Got you.
All right, man. Anything else?
Yeah, like what's your tips for like when you go to the clubs, like when it's like loud and shit, like do you think the clubs is like a good place to actually pick up women or not?
I would say so I would say go to like one of those low key bars or lounges. Those are the best. Clubs are okay, but I don't think clubs are the best places to pick up chicks unless you're the type of nigga like you like to dance and all that other shit. But if you just trying to holler, go to like a bar. You feel what I'm saying? Go to a spot where they're not dancing. They're just like hanging out and drinking. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Right.
All right, then, Lucario. That's all my questions for right now. I appreciate
brother.
you.
Appreciate the call, man. All right. So, guys, call up 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. So if you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. Now, let me tell you guys how to, attract women and make shit happen where you'll stop being outcome dependent and caring and all this other shit. Because I know some of you guys, you're probably virgins. Some of you guys who watch, you're gonna have a hard time making shit happen. Right now, the simplest way to do this is this, right? Is that you have to basically desensitize yourself so that you stop putting women on a pedestal. You understand? You have to get to the point where you really don't care and you don't give a shit. You understand? Because you can't fake this. So when we talk about you not giving a shit, it's not you pretending to not give a shit. You actually need to not give a shit. But in order for you to not give a shit for real, you have to believe a certain thing. And the thing you have to believe is that you have abundance. The thing you have to believe is that women want you. Because why would I give a shit if this girl don't want to fuck with me when I know I can get another girl? You understand what I'm saying? So you have to first understand that. Now, what you need to do is that you have to go out there, and the way to desensitize yourself is you have to actually go out there and continue on a consistent basis talking to women, dating women, trying to hook up with women on a consistent basis without worrying about the outcome. You understand? So you have to deal with women on a consistent basis without worrying about the outcome. Now, it's easier said than done, because if you still have that thirsty energy, you're going to be, like, oh my God, but I want this to go down, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm saying is that the more that you go out there and you just do what you do, right, without worrying about the outcome, you're going to actually make more progress, because this is how it works. The outcome that you're worried about, follow what I'm saying. The outcome or the outcomes that you want to happen, right? They exist. And they're going to happen as a result of you being consistent. I'm saying it again. The outcomes you want to happen exist, and they're going to happen as a result of you being consistent. The problem is that you guys worry so much about the outcome that the worrying that you're doing is stopping you from reaching the outcome you actually want. You understand? So instead of just enjoying yourself in the moment, doing your thing, making shit pop, what happens is that you are so worried about trying to get A, B, and C. But what I'm telling you is that A, B, and C exist and will happen as a result of your consistency. Because let's say you're trying to go out with women and you're trying to hook up, but it's not working for you, right? you worrying about it and you quitting and you stopping is not going to get you where you want to go. But what happens is that if you're just doing what you're doing, you're going out, having a good time, doing what you're doing. What happens is when you're chilling and having a good time, your energy is different, which means that you're not giving off thirsty energy. When you're not giving off thirsty energy, then that means what? You're going to be more attractive. If you're more attractive, what do you think is going to happen? Women are going to want to have sex with you. You see what I'm saying? Women are going to want to have sex with you. But see, the problem is that if you guys are out here, being very, outcome dependent, you're worried about all this bullshit and all that other nonsense, you're not going to get there. See, the outcome you want already exists, right? There are girls out there that will be attracted to you, right? But how can they be attracted to you when the you they would be attracted to does not exist? Okay, let's get deep on this. The you they would be attracted to does not exist. So the attractive you, has to first exist in order for them to be attracted to that guy. But if you're bitching and complaining and crying, oh, this is bullshit, I give up, I gotta go overseas, these Western women and hypergamy, red pill, all this other stuff. If you're that motherfucker, you're never going to meet that women or these women that are supposed to be attracted to you. It's like, think about like a video game. If you're playing a video game, right? And let's say there's a certain level you got to get to beat the game. That level already exists within the game. You just need to know how to get to that level. You understand? The outcome you want already exists, but you're dependent on the outcome, right? See, the reason why you can't get to the outcome is because you're dependent on the outcome. You understand? So the outcome wants to, this is the outcome, this is you. The outcome wants to get to you. It wants to get to you. It wants to get to you. But you have to be a certain person in order for the outcome to recognize you, in order for you to deal with the outcome. You see what I'm saying? So you're so dependent on the outcome, right? And that's why you're not getting there, because you can't get the outcome you're depending on, right? The outcome will occur as a result of you being that guy. Is that simple? All right, so let's go to 502. 502 was popping. Who this?
What's going on, Lucario? It's Phoenix.
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
Yes, sir, to the PayPal.
All right. That's what's up. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
Yeah, I was just calling in about, really with the subject. Now, I was saying, you was talking about like being thirsty and stuff like that. But then when one is in scarcity, they're going to be thirsty, right? So my question is, being thirsty really isn't a bad thing, right? You can use that as motivation to go get what you want.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you recognize that you're thirsty, then at least you recognize why shit is not going the way you want it to go. You see what I'm saying? But you can't stay thirsty because you're never going to get what you want. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is this, right? If you're a thirsty guy, right, and you're trying to get women, women are not going to be attracted to you because you're a burden to them. You understand what I'm saying? Your thirstiness is a burden to them, which makes you unattractive, because thirsty guys are guys who double, triple, quadruple text a woman and she doesn't return the text. Thirsty guys are guys who stalk women. Thirsty guys are guys who act like fucking weirdos around women. So when she sees you're thirsty, she's like, okay, I don't want none of that, because I've been in that situation before where I've dealt with the thirsty motherfucker. But now what happens is that when you're not a thirsty guy, when you're a guy who's confident, a guy who's charming, a guy who's on point, that's attractive because she understands, she remembers, oh, the last time I was with a confident, charming dude, I had this type of time. It was awesome. I had a great time. It was great. So now she wants to be more in that situation. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is this, is that the reason why the thirstiness happens is because of a lack of understanding that there's an abundance of women. So this is the thing. If you don't believe you can get women, you're going to be thirsty, right? Mm-hmm. But if you believe that you can get women and that there's women around and that it can happen at any time, then you won't be thirsty because you have the understanding that it's already there and like it's already in your grasp. The problem is a lot of these dudes, what happens is that they're in these situations where they don't have that understanding. So if I was, let's say if I set up two dates tonight with two different women, and I spoke to them 2 days ago, and I said, yo, I'm gonna meet. I told one girl I'm gonna meet you at 7, and I told another girl I'm gonna meet her at 9:30. And then let's say both of those women flaked on me, right? They both hit me up at the same time. Hey, I'm so sorry, I can't make it. Blah 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 blah. Right? The average guy is gonna get mad. He's going to be pissed off. He's going to feel sad, right? Now, a guy who has game is not going to give a shit. You understand what I'm saying? He's not going to give a shit because not only can he get another woman, he also has other things that he's doing in life. So he could say, oh, you know what? Okay, cool. They're not coming through. I'm going to go to that bar still. Go get me a drink. And then he goes to the bar. There's 3 hot women sitting right next to him. He starts talking to those women. And then one of those women are really interested in him. He exchange information or he goes home with her that night. You see what I'm saying? Like, so why would he give a shit when there's other women there? But the thirsty guy, the guy who's outcome dependent, and the guy who needs those 2 women to meet him at the date for him to feel good about himself, he's going to be so fucking upset and distraught because he cares. You see what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, see, that's where I was getting confused at. Because, see, I didn't know the actual, I guess, term of thirsty. See, in my term, I thought thirsty was, you just kind of like, all right, I'm thirsty. I'm going to get up and use it as a drive motivation to talk to 25 women a day. See, I didn't know that thirsty meant that dudes were stalking and doing that stuff to women.
No, thirsty means that you have a severe lack. It's like when you're thirsty for water, you're dehydrated because you haven't had the water. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the thing. What happens is that it's like this, right? I'm holding a bottle of water. If I was dehydrated, right? I would just pick up the water and drink it. But the thing is, I'm probably not going to be dehydrated because I know the water is right here in front of me. So I'm gonna basically be drinking water consistently to the point where I will never even be dehydrated. You see what I'm saying? So I'm already doing the thing that's gonna cause me not to be dehydrated. See, the problem is guys are doing the things that's causing them to be thirsty. So if I didn't have this water here and I wasn't in a situation where there was no water, then I'm preparing myself to be thirsty. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, because like those of us that say we drink the water periodically throughout the day, we never get dehydrated.
Exactly.
We never feel the thirst. But the person that feels the thirst hasn't been drinking their water properly like they should have. Now they've went without. Now they're sitting around like, damn, I'm thirsty.
Exactly.
And now they're scrambling for the water.
Exactly right. And that's what I'm saying with these guys out here is that, see, if the 2 girls flake, it don't matter because there's another girl there or another girl there, another girl there. So what the fuck do I give a shit about if she flakes? Or why do I care if this girl rejects me? Why do I care if this girl don't want to talk to me? There's a bunch of other more women there. You see what I'm saying? So if I run out of water here, it don't matter. I could just go to my sink and get some water. I could go down the block and get some more water. You see what I'm saying? So the problem is that these guys who are thirsty and who care so much, right? It's because what happens is that they have that scarcity mindset and they're outcome dependent. So let's say if I was actually literally thirsty and I wanted water and you told me, Phoenix, you was like, Lucario, I have water over here, right? And I'm like, shit, okay, Phoenix has water. Now, what do I say to Phoenix to get the water? I don't want to mess this up. I hope I don't say anything to offend Phoenix because I really want this water. You see now all the pressure and anxiety and I'm thirsty for this and I need it. That's how guys think when they're dealing with women. They're like, oh man, she's so bad. She's so hot. What do I say to her to get the pussy? I mean, I don't want to offend her. I don't want her to think this and blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? Whereas the dude who has game, who don't give a shit, he's like, bitch, you with it or you not? Oh, you not? Cool. I'm over here. You see what I'm saying with this other chick? Gotcha. It don't even make a difference. So you don't give a shit. And that's what makes you more attractive. Because what happens is when he goes to the next girl, he's dealing with women in general, right? They see that he's not needy, he's not clingy, he's not thirsty. Already that's an indicator that makes you already attractive. You see what I'm saying? They're like, oh, this guy's cool. I can have a good time with this guy. He doesn't need me. So because he doesn't need me, he's not going to act like a fucking moron. He's not going to act thirsty. He's not going to act like a weirdo. He's not going to stalk me. He's not going to text me 20 times in a row. He's not going to get mad if I say no to him. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. So let me ask you though then. So say the thirsty guy, when he he does get a little bit of water, say like the woman, like, so we'll say an example, say the woman gives him maybe a number, maybe he by accidental mac and he gets a little pussy from that. Does that make them worse? A guy that actually, now the thirsty guy that does accidentally get some sex makes their situation worse for them.
No, it depends. So what happens is this, right?
Because they can't quench the thirst, right? He didn't really get enough to quench the thirst.
Right, because sometimes what happens is if a guy macks on accident and he lucks up with some pussy or some situation, right? What he'll do is that he'll try to cling to that situation, right? And this is why I said that guys have to be consistent with their shit and to keep going and to keep making things go down. Because let's say he made something happen with that girl, but for whatever reason, she doesn't want to talk to him anymore. She's like, okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. She's on to the next, whatever. And he's still talking to her, blowing up her phone, all this other stuff. And that's him still in thirsty mode. Right. But what happens is, let's say he was talking to her and he got some shit popping and he was talking to another girl, and the other girl he went out on a date with, they was making out. Then he went out with another girl and he's going to see another girl tonight. So he's starting to surround himself with abundance. He's like, oh shit. So I'm not even thinking about the first girl anymore. But see, if he's only thinking about that first girl, that's because he's stuck in the thirstiness. He's stuck in the scarcity, which is why he's worried about that one girl. Because if he kept talking to different women, if he kept talking to other chicks, then he wouldn't be thinking about that one girl because he has 3, 4, 5 other girls that he's supposed to be seeing this week. You see what I'm saying? So even though he may still want to have sex with that other girl, the first girl, he's like, hey, if it happened, it happened. It don't. But you come to those realizations as you be consistent in the game. See, a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about does not pop up in the guy's head until he's experiencing it. This is why I tell guys, talk to 25 women a day. Be consistent. Stop fucking worrying about this other chick over here. Charge her to the game, get a new girl. Because you have to be in a constant flow in order for it to make sense to you. Because what's going to happen is this, just like when guys get so caught up in a girl's looks. Oh, she was a baddie. She was hot. She was this. She was that. So the reason why they're still caught up in that is because they're not talking to more hot chicks. If they talk to more hot chicks, her being hot cancels out because you're used to hot chicks. You see what I'm saying? If you're if you're hooking up with women, you don't care that this woman didn't come through to hook up because you got another girl you can hook up with next week. You just probably hooked up with a girl 2 days ago, and you're probably going to hook up with another girl in a few days. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? But the reason why it matters to most these guys is because they're not out here really doing it, which is why they continue to be thirsty, and which is why they care so much. See, the caring of it is because of the scarcity. And because of the scarcity, they're really dependent on the outcome because they need the outcome. They need a certain outcome to happen to give them more hope. You feel what I'm saying? They're like, oh shit, I don't want to, I'm starting to lose hope. Like, this is why guys be talking about black pill and all that other shit. They lose hope because they're like, shit isn't going the way I wanted to. I'm not getting things going on. This is not going my way. Blah, 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 blah. I'm giving up. I'm going MGTOW. I'm going to be a passport bro. I'm red pill. All of that shit happens at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even when they go do all that, they go red pill and passport and all that. the thirst is still there, right? I mean, we can't ignore the very fact of being a human being.
Oh yeah, it's still gonna be there, definitely.
And it's just gonna make it even worse because now your whole reason for your path in life was because of a woman, which circles it back around to still making you thirsty.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha.
That's what it is.
All right, I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. All right, brother.
I'm gonna jump back in. I'll holler at you later.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, man. All right. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, listen, you guys got to be out there and just do your thing. And then the more you do your thing, the things that you want to happen will happen. It's like it's really not that difficult. And see, if you're having trouble, this is why we tell y'all to learn game, because the more you understand the game, right? If you get coaching, right? This can help you to be consistent, which is going to cause you to get the outcome that you want. You see what I'm saying? But then this is the ironic part is that when you start getting the outcomes you want, that's when you're really going to understand not being outcome dependent. And the reason why you're not going to be outcome dependent is because you're not going to care. Why you're not going to care? Because all the outcomes that you are depending on already exist. You understand what I'm saying? They already exist. Everything you want is waiting for you to catch up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be rich or whatever the fuck it is, the money is there waiting for you to catch up. You have to become that guy to receive that money. You want the hot chicks? You have to become that guy to receive the hot chicks. You understand? And to become that guy, that means you have to put in the fucking work. See, this is why the red pill confuses y'all. Y'all think the work you have to put in is to get more money or get more status or fucking, some other weird shit. No, that's not the work you got to put in. You hear guys say, you guys have to build your value. No. The work you have to put in is for you to be consistent with taking action and to recognize the value that is already within you. That's it. But, dudes don't want to do shit. They want to sit there and complain. They want to put women on pedestals. They care so much about, oh, I need this to work with this girl. There's this girl at my school, bro. There's this girl that I know from high school that I've been trying to get with. There's this girl at my job. There's this girl down the block from me. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I've been trying to, I've been seeing her for the past, 2 months, walking around the neighborhood, but I haven't mustered up the courage to say anything. When dudes be singling out one girl and they put her on the pedestal, some girl at their college that they've been fucking seeing in the hallway for the whole semester and still haven't said nothing to this woman. See, those guys are the guys who care too much. Those are the guys who are thirsty. You understand? See, it's the guys who worry about rejection. Oh man, I don't want to get rejected. Why? You care too much. You care about what she's thinking. You care about what other people are thinking. And this is why you're fucking up. This is why you're fucking up. Let me see what some of these questions are saying. It says, what was Mal saying while next to the Porsche? What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about in the commercial? Watch the commercial again and pay attention. How can guys have indifference and not care and not be thirsty after being in a dry spell and haven't had intercourse in years? That's what I said. You have to put in work. Go out every weekend and meet women. Go on dating apps and start swiping. Start setting dates. You understand? Put yourself out there. You understand? That's how you do this. You actually have to immerse yourself in the situation. You understand? You have to immerse yourself in it. So the problem is, see, a lot of guys, they won't do nothing, right? But also, when you immerse yourself in it, you have to immerse yourself in it and be in the moment and not worry about the fucking outcome. That's the most important part of the situation. See, your mind, your fucking mindset is the key. Some of y'all ain't gonna be able to make it. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Because you're going to go out there and you're going to still be bitching and whining and moaning and complaining, overthinking. Oh, what did I do? What did she think when I said this? Oh, should I say this to her? Oh man, I don't know. Should I approach that girl? You're overthinking. Just fucking do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that's the thing that's going to get you out of that situation. Right? This is why I tell you guys, go to the Bad Boy membership. On the Bad Boy membership, I give you step-by-step things to do. All you need to do is listen to the program, follow the steps, do the steps. And see, what happens is this. Y'all have to learn how to take action and leave your feelings out of it. Okay? Let me break that down. Let me break that down. You guys have to learn how to take action and leave your feelings out of it. See, this is what most guys do. I say, go take action. Okay, look, I'm going to go and approach these women. They approach 4 women. All 4 women say no. As a matter of fact, the 4th one was real mean about it. She was a big meanie. And because the women said no and the last one was mean, he's mad, he's upset, he's pissed off. Man, fuck that, man. These chicks out, man, fuck that, man. It's some bullshit, right? You that type of nigga. What I'm saying is approach the women and take the emotion out of it. So just approach them, say what you need to say, and keep it fucking pushing. That's it. Take the emotion out of it. Because emotion is the thing that's going to make you stop because you're going to be too weak to continue. So let's go to 413. 413, what's popping? Who this?
This is Debo W in the chat.
What's up? Did you donate?
From Springfield.
Did you donate?
Oh, my bad. Let me do that first. I saw you right
All right.
there.
Donate and call right back, brother. All right. Guys, remember, donate and call in. But yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's you know, you got to take action and leave the emotions out of it. Because that emotional shit is what causes you to stop. That emotional shit is what causes you to give up. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, you have to be able to enjoy your life fully, because a lot of dudes, they make women this big thing. Y'all put it on such a pedestal. It's like, listen, let's say you set a date with a girl and she hit you up the morning of, hey, listen, I'm sorry I can't make it. Cool, no problem, right? And then you whatever you want to do at that point, fill it with something else. Fill it with something else. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's say I set a date with a chick, she flakes. I'm like, cool, whatever. So either I fucking, call another chick, or look at them video games in the back. I'll go play these fucking video games. You know what I'm saying? I'll fucking watch a movie. I'll, get some work done, whatever. There's a bunch of shit I can do to occupy my time, because the woman is not special. You understand? It's like anything else. She's not special. It's just like think about if, one of your good friends planned an event and he was going to go, and then he just called you and said, hey, yo, the event got canceled, so we ain't doing it no more. All right, cool. I'm going to go do something else. Right? You're not going to be like, yo, man, the fuck, bro, that's messed up, man. You blah, 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 blah. Because it's just one of your boys. You're not going to give a shit. But because you put women on a pedestal, you make it a big fucking deal that she flaked. You understand what I'm saying? Make it a big fucking deal. Let me see what these questions are saying here. What was we at? Are there actions that a needy guy does versus a guy who isn't needy? Yes. So when you're a needy motherfucker, right? Women can tell easily because women are used to dealing with needy motherfuckers. So needy guys, double, triple, quadruple text, right? You keep sending texts. Like, listen, there's guys that will text a woman for years and the woman will not even send a text back at all. Like they will send text after text for years, just texting. The woman has stopped texting this guy and the nigga just keeps texting. Like, these guys are the worst. Like, I had women that do that too. Like, I had women who, like, I ignored them and they just keep texting. So women will do that needy ass shit too. You understand? Or what a needy guy will do is he'll try to keep seeing a woman on a consistent basis. So he just saw her Saturday and he's like, now he wants to see her Sunday night. And then again, Tuesday evening. It's like, bro, chill. You understand? See, a guy who isn't needy, he's just doing his own thing. He's just living his life. And he just hits up the girl when, at a time where he's like, hey, let's do something at this time. She's either with it or not. She's with it. He sets a date. He just hits her up that day of the date. He's not fucking, texting her, calling her, seeing all this bullshit. You understand? So if he can't get women and has no game, but is aware that he doesn't, has game and take accountability for his situation. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, Efo. So you got to call up, man. I don't know what you're talking about. It says, after having a year-long dry spell, I got Shorty back to the crib, but I let her stay over and it fizzled out quick. How can I control myself after not smashing for years? What do you mean you let her stay over? What do you mean you let her stay over? Like spend a night or like stay at your house like indefinitely? Like, what was going on? But the thing is, you're saying, how can you control yourself after not smashing for years? The thing is, you got to always control yourself. But what it is you guys, the reason why you have situations where you're not smashing for years is because you're not putting in work. You guys should have damn near at least 4 or 5 women that you could hit up, or at least 4 or 5 women that have access to you that's hitting you up. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what do y'all do? Like, when y'all be hooking up with these chicks, like, what happened? Like, why are y'all not, staying consistent, setting shit up? Like, what's going on? Like, how do y'all go years without having sex? Like, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Years? Nigga. It says, how do you escalate sex with a female that was friends / acquaintances and wasn't checking for you in high school? Hold on. You know what's funny? I get so many of these questions about chicks that motherfuckers went to high school with, old random chicks they knew for years and all that other shit. So you're saying, how do you escalate sex with a female that was friends / acquaintances and wasn't checking for you in high school? Why are you worried about some chick who wasn't checking for you in high school? Why is she on your radar? Why are you even, again, this is why I said scarcity. Scarcity. This is what's going on with you guys. Crazy. All right, well, let me see it with this call. All right, 413. What's popping? Did you donate?
Yes, I did.
All right, would you donate that?
Cash App.
Cash App. Hold on. Let me double check. All right, I got you. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
I remember the stream you had on your birthday about y'all giving the advice according to what people need and where they're at in life, basically, right? when Mr. 1950 said, if a man got one girl, he'll give him the proper advice he needs to, do his thing with the one girl. But when I called in that day, I was coming with the subject that you're on right now. I had to go to the beginning to listen to you drop the Jews in the beginning half, and about the abundance and how men don't got if you don't got abundance, then you at odds. So I was saying that day when I talked in 1950 when he gave that advice. And I was giving the advice you was giving now about now. What kind of advice you gonna give somebody that got one girl? I asked him, and I understand what he said after the fact, but
what's your caller? What's your question though?
That advice that you're giving now versus some advice y'all gave a couple months ago. Don't. It's not sitting.
What's your question?
How can you're saying a person should have an abundance mindset, but at the same time, everybody don't have that. So
you said wait. So what is your question though?
I'm wondering why the advice you giving now is contradictory of the advice y'all was giving a couple months ago.
So when did we ever say to have a scarcity mindset?
I didn't say you said have a scarcity. Mr. 1950 made a comment saying that if you got one girl, he's gonna give the advice that's gonna shape him and that one girl.
Okay, so how is that contradictory to what I'm saying?
Because you're saying have an abundance mindset. Don't stick to one girl. And that's what I was trying to tell
No. When did I say don't stick to one girl? Having an abundance mindset has nothing to do with you sticking to one girl. That's the connection you're making. How are you making that connection?
Because I heard you say that.
What is a mindset?
What is a mindset?
Yes.
The ability to do something.
No, it's how you think. That's the mindset. It's how you think. So when we say have an abundance mindset, we're saying think about and understand that there is abundance in the world. That's what we're talking about. That's what an abundance mindset means.
So what advice could you give to a man who only has one girl and that's all you're rocking with?
Yeah, I tell them the same thing. Have an abundance mindset. Because check this out. Let's say your girl leaves you. Then what you gonna do?
Go get another one.
Oh, you're gonna get it. Oh, how can you get another one unless you have what? An abundance mindset. You get it? Caller, this is why we tell y'all, ask us questions and don't question us because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. This is why, see, you get confused because you're not asking questions. That's why I said, what is your question? This is why you're getting confused, bro.
Nah, it's a question. It's why is your advice right now not sitting with the advice y'all gave back then?
Bro, I just told you. The advice 50 told you because you said you fucking with one chick, right?
I just said no. 50 said if he got a guy that's messing with one girl, he would give the advice to him to work that situation.
Yes, right. Yes.
And I said, what kind of advice would you give that person if y'all screaming abundance mindset? See what I'm saying,
bro? Do you not just get what got what I said? I just asked you, if your girl left you, what would you do? You said I would get another girl, right?
Right.
Okay. Now let's take it slow. What would that mean if you have one thing and you can get another thing? Is that abundance or is that scarcity? Which one?
That's abundance.
Okay. So if you have one girl can I give you the advice to have the abundance mindset? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
course.
so then what are you arguing about? So how is it contradictory?
Because 1950 said if a person is working with one girl, he would give him the advice of that working with that one girl.
Oh my God.
Go look at the stream. Go look at that's the stream that happened on your birthday. Remember your birthday stream?
Oh my God.
It's the stream that happened on your birthday. I remember.
This can't be happening. It can't.
Go watch the stream and see what you're saying then and now. What you're saying then
this
and
can't
now.
be. Caller, please tell me you're playing a joke on me. Please tell me you're trolling. This can't be happening.
See, you just don't like. I see how you is. When somebody got you pinned, you can't. You just brush them off. Y'all good at that shit, man.
What? Caller, you know what's scary about this? Is that you're too stupid to know how dumb you are. That's how crazy this is. This is how crazy.
No, I'm saying, bro, we giving contradictory advice.
Bro, that's not, bro. We just explained it.
Contradiction.
Caller, we just explained it to you. You said, okay.
Yeah, but that ain't what 1950 said.
Let's do it. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
And said, if a person just started lifting weights, would I give him the 50-pound dumbbell? And I said, nah, because y'all talking about advice according to how a person's living.
Caller, let's take this slow one more time. Just one more time. Right? So you said 1950, and I remember that video. Right? You're saying that if you have the one girl, we're going to teach you how to manage and deal with that one girl, correct?
That's what he said. Right.
Right. Now. What I'm saying here is I'm talking about having an abundance mindset, which means that you have a mindset and a mentality of having a certain knowledge to understand or a certain knowing of understanding that there's a lot of women out there for you to get when you talk about the context of dealing with women, right? Do you understand that? So that means that any guy can understand that there's a lot of women out there to get. Does that make sense to you that there's a lot of women to get out there? Is that a concept you understand, that there's a lot of women in the world that you can get with? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Now. If a guy says to us, hey, I have a girl and I would love for you guys to teach me how to maintain that woman, right? We can teach that guy how to maintain that woman, right? And what I'm saying is that having the abundance mindset, right, can still be taught to a guy who is dating only one woman, because if that relationship breaks up, if she leaves him or he leaves her or she dies, right? He's going to start what? Dating other women, correct?
Right.
So if he's dating other women, that means he's dating these other women that we're talking about when we talk about having the abundance mindset. Does it not connect for you, bro? Like, what it's like, I'm really flabbergasted. Like, I'm like, what is going on here?
But you saying most men don't do that, ain't in that position to do that. So you guys would give the advice according to where he's at in his life. You can't give an abundance mindset to everybody. If you taking what you said.
Wait, caller. Are you rich?
Of course not.
Okay, would you like to be rich one day?
Of course.
Really? So are you saying that I could give you advice on, or someone can give you advice on how to get rich, even though you're not rich?
Yeah.
Oh, so if you're not rich and your situation is you're not rich, but you would like to get rich, or you could see yourself getting rich one day, And that means someone can give you advice on how to get rich, even though you're not rich. So if a person has one girlfriend, someone can give them advice on having an abundance mindset to know that they can have many women, correct?
Correct.
So it's the same shit. So caller, what are you saying?
But that's not good advice though.
So
That's
if
not good advice for everybody.
So
though.
wait, so it wouldn't be good advice for someone to teach you how to be rich? That wouldn't be good advice to you.
I'm talking about abundance. You know what I'm talking about.
No. I'm asking you.
Woman.
Would that not be good advice to teach you how to get rich? So if somebody give you advice on how to get rich, it wouldn't be good advice because you're not rich?
Everybody got the answers. Nobody got a solution.
Listen, guys, this is what we say when the game ain't for everyone. This is what we mean. This is what we mean. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we mean.
Yeah, because that means you can just go ahead and tell a motherfucker anything, and that's that. You get a kick out of that,
bro.
Not me,
bro. I really feel bad for you, bro. Like I really feel bad for you because the problem is that you don't know that you don't know. That's crazy. I just gave you another example. You agreed with me. You said that you're not rich and you would take advice.
That advice ain't good for everybody.
Bro.
That's not good for everybody.
Bro.
It could be toxic advice.
That could wait.
To a certain person.
So what you're saying is that for some people, they're too what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're too insecure to be able to take that type of advice. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, some people really are connected with people, so they don't want to do an abundance mindset. They might not want to.
They don't want to do an abundance mindset? Is that what
if they want to, the abundance mindset you're talking about, it causes a disconnection.
How?
You're saying red pill. You're saying red pill is not healthy. This is not healthy for everybody. Advice either.
So having an abundance mindset is not healthy advice. That's what you're saying.
Not for everybody. Nah.
So for some people, they just need to stay in scarcity and be worried.
Scarcity. Some people are comfortable.
No. It's scarcity because it's either abundance or scarcity. You feel what I'm saying?
No in between, huh? No balance.
No, there ain't no. That is the balance. Call it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's the balance, bro. So what I'm saying is, so this is the thing. Let's say you say, okay, you want to stay where you're at. So if you want to stay where you're at, then what's the point of the call? Like what's the point?
But that's the advice y'all was giving the other stream. Now you're giving a different advice right now. You're contradicting yourself, is what I'm saying.
God, this guy.
You be contradicting yourself.
Cole, do you understand what contradicting mean? You understand what contradicting mean?
Right. What you're doing now. So abundance versus scarcity.
I'm actually trying to understand what you're saying. So essentially what you're saying is some people want to stay like where they're at. Is that what you're saying?
But wasn't that what 1950 was saying? Not saying they're staying where they're at. He'll give the advice according to what the person is at in their life, or what they need in their life, or what they want in their life. Am I not clear? Am I not saying that what he said?
No, call it a disconnect is you don't understand the connection between what I'm saying and what he said. So what he said was, and what we were talking about is, I don't know if it was, I think it was you that called in and said you have one woman, right?
I didn't say, we didn't discuss what I had.
Okay, so you're saying that somebody else called and they said they had that one girl in 1950
No, 1950 is quoted out of the program, out the stream. If a man has one woman, I will give him the advice to deal with that one woman situation.
Okay.
And I called in and said, what the hell kind of advice would you give a person that got one woman if y'all screaming abundance all the time?
Okay, so now, Carl, let me ask you a question. can two things happen at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, so could you say, I'm going to teach you how to manage this situation with this one woman and teach you how to have the abundance mindset? Can both those things happen?
That's not what was said, though.
So what was said?
What he said and what I'm telling you now.
That's what I'm saying. So he said that, and I'm talking about the abundance mindset now. So can't both those things happen?
That's what I was talking about then. I was talking about the abundance mindset then. And he said I was wrong for quoting, misquoting what he said.
Colin, what are you talking? So you saying that you called in and said, "Oh, let's have an abundance mindset," and he said he was wrong?
No, he said, I would give a person the advice if he had one girl. I would give him advice to deal with the one girl. I called in and said, "How can you say that if you guys are preaching abundance mindset?"
Okay, send me. Hold on, send me. Okay, so caller. This is what I want you to do. I want you to email me right now the video, and I want you to send the timestamp so we can watch it together. And I want to see exactly what was said, because a lot of y'all guys do is y'all call up and say, "Well, these said this and these said that," but you're basically talking about what you think we said. So I want to send me the joint.
I remember clearly.
No, caller. Caller.
You're talking about abundance.
Caller.
My abundance argument when I called in that day.
Caller, send me the clip. Tell me what the timestamp is, and we'll watch it. So send me the clip, and we'll do it.
I ain't not email savvy and all that shit, man.
Nigga, you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to use an email. You don't know how to use an email, man.
I see the contradiction, man. You can say I'm done, whatever. You niggas be contradicting yourselves, man.
Caller, I'm trying to tell you. See, you notice when I said bring the shit, and see, he don't want to bring the clip because then he would have realized that he was bullshitting. You see what I'm saying? See, guys, this is why we say the game ain't for everybody. This is why we say this. Yo, this shit hilarious. Oh my goodness. Hilarious, man. That's funny. That is funny. I told him to send the clip. Because dudes always say, like, that's like one of the things that really annoy me is when well, you said this. Okay, where's the clip at? They don't want to send the clip. Because dudes, they be just hearing what they want to hear, but they don't know what the fuck was really said. I'm like, send the clip. Let's watch it together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nah, I don't want to send the clip. You said this, and then I said that, and then we said this. Well, I'm like, all right, then send the clip. Let's talk about it. Exactly. Game is life. He can't stand behind his words. See, that's what I'm saying. That's not no man shit. Listen, if you say this thing, I'm cool with that. Send a clip. Crazy, bro. That nigga say he don't know how to use an email. I'm like, God damn, what happened? I'm like, yo, that shit funny. That shit is funny. But anyway, let's get some of these questions real quick. Hold on, where are we at? It says, how do you escalate sex with a female that was friends/acquaintances? Oh yeah, we already did that one. Hold on. Let's get to the next one. Oh, hold on. We got a call. Let's get hold on. Let's get 203. 203. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, what up, Lucario?
What's going on? Joe Blast in a motherfucking building. What's popping? What's good? What's good?
Man, I got a beef with you, bro. Why do you keep putting us through this bullshit with these callers?
I can't help it, man. That shit is hilarious. I'm like, yo, this nigga, like, yo, I was really trying to see, like, what is he talking? Like, I'm really actually for real trying to see what he's saying. Cause I'm like, cause this is the thing. I be trying to find ways for teachable moments. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, if he's saying this, somebody else might be thinking that. So let's talk about it. But I'm like, bro, this dude, he was like all over the place, man. Crazy, man. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, he said his ass sounded like he was drunk.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And not to mention, he's sitting there talking about a video that you put out on your birthday a couple months ago. It was damn near a year ago. Your birthday's in May. What are you talking about?
Right.
Man, these dudes is like they just sit around and try to find things that y'all say, and they try to twist it around so they could try to come back. Look how long it's been. He's been sitting there letting this marinate on his brain for the longest, so he could try to come back and try to dispel anything that you guys say to try to make you look stupid. When I understand where you're coming from, I understand why you do it. Because eventually you just end up letting these people hang themselves out to dry.
Right.
It's just, I understand the process. It's just fucking annoying with some of these dudes, man. It's like, if you don't want to hear what this man is saying, or if you disagree, well, at least for myself, I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm the type of guy who I learned, if I don't like you, I ain't fucking with you at all. I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what you're talking about. If I'm not hearing what you got to say, if I don't agree with it, then there's nothing. I don't have no reason to call in. Oh yeah, Lucario, yeah, you crazy, man. You got a girlfriend and a wife, and you trying to push this, that, and the third. Never have you ever told us we should follow anything you do. All you ever taught us was we must do what we want to do and make sure that that's what we want to do.
Exactly. But you know what it is though, is that, see, what most guys do is this. They're trying to find flaws in the game so that they don't have to deal with having game. So they're like, well, if I could show you that you guys are contradicting or saying this and saying that, then that means that I don't have to listen to you guys. Because what happens is that the problem is that when you make too much sense, right? People don't like that because it's hard to refute shit that makes sense. And then if it makes sense, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to lie to yourself in order to stay where you're at. You see what I'm saying? So if they can say, well, if I can get the guy who makes sense to not make sense, then I don't have to listen to him anymore. And I don't have to adhere to the truth of what he's saying. So that's basically what it is. So it's like, a lot of dudes, what they're doing is that they're trying to find flaws in it so that they can ignore it. But then what happens is that when they see his real shit, they know they can't ignore it. That's the issue. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Wasting all that time and energy against the game when you should be using all that energy to learn the game.
Right. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I
mean? Yeah, man. But one last thing I'll say, people in the chat, listen to me carefully. If you don't agree with what Lucario and the rest of the crew has to say, all those red pill channels and all that other stupid shit, black manosphere, whatever, white manosphere, all of that's there for you. We don't need you. Stay out, stay away. Because if you come in them comments with the nonsense, I am blocking you. I promise.
See, Joe Blast ain't playing. That's what's up. I'll fucks with it. I fucks with it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the rest of us that are here to actually learn and be students, you know we got your back, Lucario, regardless.
Yes, sir, man.
That's all I got to say, man. Enough respect to you.
Yes, sir. And appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Shout out to Joe Blast in the building, man. All right, let me see what some of these more these questions are saying. Hold on, where are we at? Where was we at? All right, so okay, yeah, we was up to this one. It says, is sexual compatibility directly correlated to sexual attraction? If no, what determines sexual compatibility? Well, not necessarily. So you can be in a situation where, like, there has to be some form of sexual attraction, you understand what I'm saying, in order for you to desire to have sex with the person, right? So yeah, you could say that there has to be some sexual attraction, but what happens is sexual attraction does not equal sexual compatibility, though. You see what I'm saying? So you could be sexually attracted to somebody and not be sexually compatible with them. And you'll find out you're not sexually compatible with them when you have sex. You understand? Because based on how it feels when you're having sex, or based on the person wanting sex a certain way or enjoying a certain type of sex that they like to have, and you're not really into that type of shit, then you guys are not sexually compatible, even though you may initially was, sexually attracted to each other. You feel what I'm saying? So understand that. Says Gray Show, do you think guys are more scared of rejection or too worried about their sexual performance being pleased by the woman? Wait, hold on. So you're saying, are they more scared of rejection or too worried about their sexual performance being pleased by the woman? I'm kind of confused as to what you're saying specifically. So you're saying, are they scared of rejection or worried about them not performing for the woman? Is that what you're saying? Mike, you got to call up because I'm confused. You got to explain that to me. Are you still in touch with Amina, Chelsea, and Nikki from the Sexy Party Show? I haven't spoken to them in a minute, but I still follow them on Instagram and shit. You know what I'm saying? It says, how do I write about my views on dating and sex without worrying about what others think? Just do it.
Do it!
You know what I'm saying?
Just do it!
That's it. You know what I mean?
Don't let your
dreams be dreams. Just do it.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it!
Just do it. You feel what I'm saying? Don't worry about what other motherfuckers are saying. You just got to do your shit. How do you deal with women who are clingy at the start of the relationship? Well, usually what happens is that women will be clingy usually because you set it up for them to be clingy. So in order for the woman to be clingy, right? Like you have to basically participate in that too. Meaning that, like I say, when you're vetting a woman or you're first dealing with a woman, right? If you only see this chick once a week, if you are not talking to her on the phone, how does she get to the point where she's being clingy unless she's, let's say, texting you 5-6 times a day, right? And by you responding to that and making that okay, that's going to make her more clingy. But if you are the type of guy that's like, listen, if you text me again, I'm done. You feel what I'm saying? And then she texts you again, she's blocked. You don't text her, call her, she's done. So it's finished. But a lot of times the clinginess happens because you've allowed space for the clinginess to happen. Like, for example, a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll go out with a girl and they'll fucking, they'll wine and dine her, roll out the red carpet, be very romantic, do all this other shit. So you're doing all these things that make the woman, she's like all about you now, right? And then so she wants more and more and more, and that's what makes her clingy. But let's say you just hooked up with a girl and then you don't text her, you don't call her until next week, and you say, hey, come over, let's hook up again, and then you don't text her and call her, and that's all y'all are doing. She's most likely not going to be clingy because she sees through your actions that you're not gonna really give her that type of attention. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. Let me see. How can I get back to being comfortable approaching after not doing approaches for a while? Well, you got to go back into the shit. Again, like I said, you got to immerse yourself into it. You got to push yourself to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's just like people when they go to the gym, when they haven't gone to the gym in a while, and they're like, shit, I got to go back. You just got to get yourself to the gym. Once you're in there, you start to pull up, get that momentum, and you start to, do what you got to do. Right? Says, if I mention that I can bring a bottle of wine so we could chill, is that tricking? No, it's only tricking if you're doing that specifically just to get sex. How did you stop giving the outcome so much power? Well, again, like I was saying before, is that the outcome already exists. The outcome's already there. So all I would need to do is become the guy that matches the outcome. Do you see what I'm saying? But also what happens is that when you're enjoying the moment, you're not worried about the outcome, and then the outcome appears. The problem is that guys are not enjoying the moment because they're too worried about the outcome. You see what I'm saying? So So the thing is that there's a part of you just, let's say you desire the woman sexually, right? And if you're, outcome dependent, you're worried about getting the sex. But if you're outcome independent, if you're not worried about the outcome, you're good whether or not you get the sex. And then what happens is when you're good whether or not you get the sex, right? What happens is that you're more cool, calm, and collected and chill because you don't have that anxiety about having to get the sex. And then what happens is that by you being cool, calm, and collected, you end up getting sex because you were cool, calm, and collected and you weren't thirsty. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that it's like, just enjoy yourself and have the understanding that what you want is going to happen. But you're not focused on it. You're not worried about it. And you're not worried about it because you have the knowing, the understanding that it exists and that you can have access to it. You understand? So you're not worried about it because you have the knowledge that you can get it. The guys who are outcome dependent are so dependent on the outcome because they don't really believe they can get it. So they're worrying about if they're going to get it or not. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. All right, it says, what classified as a mama's boy in the dating market? What? I have no idea what you mean by that, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Do you still do Instagram lives? They were fire and funny. Instagram. When the hell did I do Instagram lives? Oh, you talking about like when I would do like the like some once in a while I just do the Instagram shit, but I don't really do Instagram lives like that. I do like, every once in a blue. If it's just, if I'm just doing something and I just put it on to see what's popping. But it's every once in a while. It just follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Would you work on your mindset first and then approach or do both at the same time? Yeah, you got to do both at the same time. See, the thing is, everything is connected. So a lot of you guys are like, well, I'm going to do this first and then do that. No. It's all connected. You got to do all that shit simultaneously. Because what happens is that by going and approaching and doing those things, it's going to strengthen your mindset because you're going to experience certain things that give you a certain understanding. And a lot of times what happens is that you might need to go and approach and get out there in order for you to have that understanding, in order for your mindset to change. You understand? It says why people focus more on you when you are focused on yourself, because that's when you're the most attractive. You understand? So what does it mean being smooth? It means being yourself fully. You'll be smooth as hell. Can it depend on the type of certain woman, type of behavior? Because it doesn't happen with every woman I'm with. What are you talking about? You said because you said, does it depend on the type of woman if she's going to be clingy? Yes, some women are more clingy than others, but what I'm saying is that clinginess will happen based on a lot of times you creating the situation for her to be clingy. You understand? See, women, if you're like, so some women will be clingy because they're, they have something mentally going on with them. They got some issue or whatever it is like that. But what I'm saying is that she's not going to be able to grasp onto anything if you're not giving her anything to grasp onto. You understand? You said, is a guy a man if he's aware he's struggling with women? What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking? Y'all ask the strangest questions, I swear. I'm confused. A man is a man, whether he's struggling with women or not. But the thing is, see, I'll say like this: a man doesn't really struggle with women. Males do, like beta males do, guys like that do. But a real motherfucker who has game doesn't struggle with women. You see what I'm saying? So, you just got to understand that type of shit. But yeah, guys, I'm about to wrap this shit up. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com and masculineidentitymembership.com. You feel me? And make sure that you guys check us out tomorrow on the Real Game No Theory show at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys check us out there. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get that shit cracking. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. And I will holler at you guys later. All right. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
Trends, why you so nice with it? The gear's tight looking right, you got the ice with it. A conversation with me will change your life. Your wife want the pipe, and when I hit you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitchin' cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for her to go on the trip, now you trippin' because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Sharing is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut. You lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass, but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her panties and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it, but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass, you pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that man shit, they be acting manic. I don't think these guys know what a man is. Y'all thinking you're out here winning with your money and status, you